Još jedno izdanje emisije Oni vole Srbiju. Kao što vidite, nalazimo se u Železniku i danas ćemo imati priliku da intervjuišemo Džošua Skota, košarkaša FNP-a. Skot je pojačao Pantere u decembru prošle godine, a da ne gubimo vreme, idemo da ga upoznamo i da čujemo njegovu priču. Welcome, Josh. Welcome. You told me call me Josh, don't call me Joshua,
yes,
right?
Only Josh,
Like,
no
Joshua
Joshua.
is very,
Joshua's what my mom would say to me.
Yeah, like Joshua, sit down.
Exactly,
You
like
did
get in
something
trouble.
bad. You
Exactly.
did something bad. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Super happy to have this conversation. It's been like 3 months since you moved to Belgrade. And how is everything so far?
So far, I'm loving the city. I'm here pretty often because my agent's from here. So Belgrade is almost like my second home over here in Europe. I love it a lot.
Really? Oh,
Yes.
It's super cool to hear that because you're like from Miami. No, not from Miami, from
Florida,
Florida.
St. Petersburg,
Florida.
yes,
Okay,
yes,
so,
yes.
okay, sorry, so forgive me.
Yes.
Like from Florida. It is super different. It's like I have the sensation that when you go to Florida, you have the sensation that you're on vacation all the time.
It's always sunny in Florida. Never really too bad weather. Always really good. So
Yesterday it was snowing here in Serbia.
yeah, I saw that.
April.
It was really. It wasn't my favorite. I'm not really a fan of snow like that.
You didn't expect that.
No,
You didn't
not at
expect
all.
that for sure, right?
Exactly. The weather was pretty good for the last few days. So for it to snow and then stop and then the sun come back out was a pretty bipolar for me. So
Okay, there's time. It's been only 3 months since you moved. There's time, but you will see snow even in May, in June.
In May?
I was kidding, of course, but it can happen. It can happen in April. It happens, so it can happen in May. Okay.
Okay,
So
okay.
we'll see. But since the guys started the practice, the juniors, would you like to go to the restaurant and talk a little bit about your career, your life, and your experience here?
I am actually pretty hungry, so it does sound good.
Let's
do it.
Let's go. Josh, a lot of topics, but let's talk first about your beginnings, because before filming we were talking about a lot of things, your life here, your experience. I understood that you know it perfectly, Belgrade. You know Belgrade better than me, actually.
Yes, I've been here for pretty much every season. I come here at the end of the season, so it's nice.
Yeah, we will talk about this later, but I would like to hear about your beginnings. So how everything started with basketball.
Okay, well, to take it way back, I started playing basketball because of my granddad. He introduced me to the game, and ever since then, I kind of just fell in love with it. I played American football before, but was always undersized, so wasn't really the best opportunities for me. And then I went to a small junior college in Jacksonville, Florida. From then on, after 2 years, I went to go play at an NAIA school in Thomasville, Georgia, Thomas University. And my first year overseas, I ended up in Macedonia.
Okay.
And since then, I've just been traveling to different countries every year, getting different opportunities to continue to go up. And the journey's still going on, so.
So your first memory, we consider your first memory connected to basketball is your
grandfather,
family. Your
yes.
family, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool. So I can imagine that he's a big supporter.
Yes, he's the one that watches like all of my basketball games. He's always checking scores. He'll sometimes comment on the team page, like checking in like for websites and links to the games.
But you're only child? Do you have brothers or?
I have 2 younger sisters. They're Jocelyn and Jasmine, basically my only 2 siblings. But yeah.
They're not playing. They're
No sports for them.
No sport.
Only school. Only education. Yes.
Okay. Okay, but you wanted to be a basketball player when you were. Was it a wish or it just happened by chance? So
Well,
what was the plan?
So in high school, like I said, I fell in love with the game after playing it for a few years. And when I was in high school, I fell in love with Louisville and their basketball team out there. I even went on like a school tour, not like a visit from like getting offered anything, but I went on a school tour out there and I fell in love with the place and I really wanted to go there, maybe like as a walk-on or something and try for the team, but that was kind of really out of my reach at the time. But yeah, basketball is like, I don't know, it's always been just great for me, I guess.
You're from Florida. Are you a Miami fan?
I'm more Florida Gators. They just won the NCAA tournament too, so I'm more on that side of Florida with it.
And do you follow European basketball EuroLeague? Okay, you're playing EuroLeague, but are you a EuroLeague lover?
I do watch some EuroLeague. I watch a lot of pairs.
Okay.
Really love the way that they play basketball. They're very up and down, fast paced. I'm hoping that they make a great run in the playoffs. But and then Partizan, Red Star, I watch them a lot because those are the two big teams here.
Hey, you told me that before they were watching Paris, and you have a connection. Your coach is coaching TJ Shorts, or was coaching.
Yeah, Sebastian Gleim. He was the head coach for TJ Shorts when he was playing in Germany for one of the seasons, and he coached me when I was playing in New Zealand this past summer.
Okay, but you started to follow EuroLeague and European basketball when you moved here, or do you follow that even in the States?
My agent, he's always like pushed me to watch ABA League and to watch EuroLeague, and he was always just talking to me like, you can play in ABA League. This is what the level of basketball that we want to get you to. And he's always, ever since the first time I played overseas, has always been watch this, watch this, watch this. And so I've been tuned in ever since I got over here.
Yeah, your agent is from Serbia. It's Serbian. And the first time you came overseas, your first destination, was that Rome? Was that Paris? Was Belgrade?
Nope, it was Belgrade. Yeah. He brought me straight to his hometown. And from coming over, I spent a week here and he showed me around. We trained, took me to some nice restaurants. And from then on, like I've always come back. I'm like, I really like Belgrade. Like, it's nice.
I can see that you're a person that can easily adapt. That for you is super easy because you have a goal. You would like to play basketball. You have a goal in your career. So that's very cool that you can adapt very easily.
My first experience overseas or even leaving my country was coming to Macedonia to play.
Macedonia.
And so like my first time getting food here, like you said, adapting, it was different. Like they bring out the hamburger meat with no buns or no like ketchup or anything. So for me, it was kind of like, okay, well, this is my first time over here. Don't knock it till you try it. And then from then on, I kind of just started to adapt. Eating the fish and even like the way of life over here is a lot different. You see a lot more people who like travel maybe from like walking or by bike rather than like cars all the time. It's different, but I'm a fan of it. It's nice.
You came to the Balkans. The Balkans are specific, are different from other things. I can imagine it was a little bit of a shock.
Yes, it was a culture shock. It was.
Okay.
It was definitely a culture shock for me, especially coming from Florida. Like I come from the beach and then I come here straight to the mountains. I don't think I've ever seen a mountain in my life until I came overseas. So it was a culture shock, but it's for me. I liked it a lot. It made me change a little bit and kind of learn that like everything isn't always the same as back home. Sometimes it's better, sometimes it could be a little bit different, but you got to learn to enjoy the journey. So
yeah, sure. I mean, you're growing as a person every time you're traveling, you're meeting new cultures. So you can, for sure, you can see, you can feel you're different now after those years, right?
Yes, I spent so much time in the Balkans. Like they tell me all the time, like you're low key becoming one of us. So
yeah, definitely. Definitely. I mean, when I'm talking to you, you're different from other Americans playing here. I have the impression that you absorbed a little bit this mentality in the good way, of course.
Yes. So whenever I'm here, like because I've spent so much time in the Balkans playing in the other countries here, like I'll have teammates who are newcomers from America that come over here, and I kind of show them the way. Like this is the way that they do things a little bit differently over here. You have to kind of accept it. You have to adapt. If you don't adapt, you'll struggle. So
yeah, got it. And you played in Bosnia as well?
Yes, I played in Bosnia.
In Bosnia, okay. Yes. How was that?
It was nice. I was playing for Sloboda Tuzla. It was nice. great experience there. I met my girlfriend there.
Great.
We've been together for over 2 years now, so it's nice. And I would say that playing in Boston was nice because the team was very historic, and so the fans were very loving and showing a lot of respect to us while we were there.
Okay, cool. Oh, you met your girlfriend over there. So is she here in Belgrade with you?
She comes from time to time. Yes,
Okay.
she actually just left. I dropped her off today.
Okay, okay. And how do you feel now here alone?
Whenever I'm alone, there's nothing to do. Whenever she's here, we're always out and about, walking around, eating more than I usually do. So, but it's nice.
It's a typical when you're abroad, guys, because you're alone. I mean, you have a lot of commitments or practicing you have your routine to rest, to practice, to recovery, but it's important to have someone. And I can imagine that was a difficult part when you moved, when you came overseas to have your family.
Yes, my family unfortunately haven't been able to come over and see me play or visit yet. Hopefully next season they will be. But yeah, that was one of the biggest adjustments, was like knowing that like I'm a call away, but I'm not like a city away or closer to them. So it was difficult. It was hard at the start.
Yeah, I can imagine. This is the difficult part, but at the end of the day, you have a goal and you're doing pretty good. But tell me one thing, Josh, when you said to your mom and dad, I'm going to play to the Balkans, I'm going to Macedonia, to Serbia. Okay, the Serbian part is more interesting to me. I will look at that face. Smiling.
When I told my parents like that I was going overseas to play basketball, my dad was for it and my mom was for it also. They weren't really informed too much of the Balkans and Macedonia and the different countries now. When I told my grandparents, like my grandma was like, "Oh, you going to Yugoslavia?" I was like, "That doesn't exist anymore. I'm sorry, but that's not a thing anymore." But yes, they were for it. And whenever I talk to my mom, she's just like always encouraging me to keep going, stay in it. Like sometimes it's a little bit difficult, but she was always supportive of me coming over here.
It's been, 3-4 years since you've been living in this,
in
the Balkans?
5 years I've been playing, yes.
And still not speaking the language, or?
Yeah, preaching my little Srpski. That's about it. That's
great though, man.
Yeah, my girlfriend works with me a lot on my language speaking. She's like, you gotta just listen to me speak and then I'll adjust eventually. So I pick up a little bit on some things that are being said, small words, but for the most part, speaking it is pretty difficult.
But congrats, it's very good because it's not an easy language, and you said a full sentence. So a full sentence, so I can understand. I presume that when we are talking, you understand, because I heard that before.
Yes.
I was talking to the producer, and you said, "Okay, so he said that." I was like, "Yes." So you can understand. That's good.
Yes,
it's the first step. Are you thinking about maybe living here in Europe, in Serbia, in the future after the career?
I'm hoping so, to spend a long time here, and hopefully, maybe living in this area.
Okay, but now this is maybe a weird question, but America, Europe, 2 words. Now that you're here, you have I can see your circle of people. You have your girlfriend. Do you feel like more European right now?
Oh, right now, I haven't been home in a long time, so I would say I feel a little more home here and a little less welcome back home, because it's when I go back home, like whoa, what's going on here? So yes, I do feel a little more European at the moment.
We talk about the Balkan part, but I know you played in New Zealand and Australia. So when this happened, because I can understand right now this part.
So I was playing after my season in Bosnia. I was playing in Slovakia.
Okay.
And my season got cut short because some paperwork wasn't done. So I ended up having to go home. And then I got a call to go play in New Zealand for this past summer that just passed by. So coming up next month will be a year of me playing continuously nonstop without being home. So I got the call to go play in New Zealand. It was nice. It was a great experience. I was playing for the Franklin Bulls out there.
Okay.
And very, very much American style basketball, announcer at the game, talking, music playing. It was relaxing. It was a good summer experience.
We didn't talk too much about your college experience, and we know that for you guys it's very important to go to college. It's different, the system from European system.
Yes.
And I don't know, what do you think about this? Is this good or bad? Which one is better? But we'll talk about this now. And you need to have very good grades, need to be good at school and play in order to find a job after that. So what was your experience, and what do you think about that now that you are in Europe? You can see a different system.
So, Lord willing, I was blessed. My agent now, he was on my basketball team when I was in university.
The Serbian one?
Yes.
Okay.
So we had 2 Serbian guys on our team. And after the end of the season, my senior year, I was struggling my senior year. I barely played much. I ended up with like a head injury, concussion. And I was telling my agent, I was just like, at the time, he's my teammate, my friend. So I'm like, yo, I don't think I want to keep doing this. He was like, don't worry, at the end of the season, you know, I got you. I didn't know what he was talking about, but he was just telling me to stick through it. And then at the end of the season, we were in study hall in the library. And he came up to me and he put a piece of paper in front of me. And I was like, what is this, like your homework or something? You need help? And he said, no, this is a contract. I know an agency, and if you want to continue playing, then you can sign and we'll look for you a job going overseas. And I was surprised. I was like, are you serious? And he was like, yeah. So I was like, okay. And I took the lead because he's like, we're coming from an NAIA, not Division I, not Division II, no high level school. So for me, it was going to be a grind trying to make it out, especially, and I came out COVID year. So no real opportunities were available except for my opportunity in Macedonia. And yeah, I took a leap of faith and just kind of kept pushing. And over I wouldn't even say over 5 years, but over the last year, my work kind of started to show because I was playing at Alba 2 for Podgorica. And I got the call up to come play for FMP.
Yeah, damn man, I remember this moment when you play in Montenegro. You showed a lot of great skills. You showed shooting skills. That's not bad.
Yes,
I was just saying.
I'm happy that I was able to leave with some records while I was there. The triple-double was nice to have, and then the scoring performance was also really, really good.
Let's talk about the FMP right now because, okay, you mentioned that this is a big stepping stone in your career. This is a big part, important step. So how do you feel so far about that?
I love FMP and everything that they've done so far for me. I'm very grateful. The biggest thing for me was making the jump and having the ability to adjust. And they've given me the time to adjust and learn my role and learn the different physicality and the play style here on this level. And everybody's welcoming, from my teammates, the coaches, the owners, management, everyone. It's great.
How do you feel when you have the possibility to play at such a interesting league, when you can play against the Zvezda, you can play against Partizan, you can Budućnost? So how do you feel about that?
For me, it's like my first game we played Budućnost. And I couldn't stop smiling the whole time because it was like, I just came from watching these guys play and wanting to be at this level. And now I'm finally here and I'm playing against guys that are at this level. It's humbling also. And it's also like, I'm just grateful. Like, I thank God every day because I didn't think that I would be here. So.
What do you think about this basketball environment here in Serbia? Because, okay, in the Balkans, we are basketball countries, but I think that in Serbia is on another level, especially now when you have 2 teams in the EuroLeague. So what do you think about that?
I think the fans here are crazy, but in a good way. They show heart. Like, I don't really know how to explain it, but it's just like when you're there and you're amongst the fans, like you get this energy. It's just like I feel like they would like kill somebody for the players that they support. It's amazing. I really love the fans.
What about the teammates? What type of relationship do you have with? Because you came like 3 months ago. Was the season already begun? They had some things happening in FMP. Some players going, some players coming. So was a particular situation, and how the team accepted you?
It was nice. They accepted me, told me to come in, play my game off the court. The guys are cool. I've hung out with a lot of them when we do have the free time when we're not practicing. But yeah, everybody on the team, everyone's loving. everyone, I feel like they're my brothers now. Even though I've only been here for a short time, I adjusted pretty quick with them, and they've been accepting ever since I got here.
What's your goal and wish for the team and with the team till the end of this season?
It's gonna be tough. We got 4 games left. I really want to make that last 7th or 8th spot in playoffs. It would be nice to come in and take the team to playoffs, but if we don't get to that point, as long as we grow and the team chemistry continues to build, and then maybe next year bring back the guys, it would be nice.
I wish you all the best out there. I wish you to accomplish everything you want. And to wrap up, you have this camera. So would you like to send a short message to the audience?
Okay. Hi, once again, my name is Džošua Skot. I'm playing for FMP. I'm loving it here in Serbia, and I hope to be here for years to come.